one of the most famous / infamous plays in all of MLB history was the shot heard around the world as a result of cheating. Joe Pietaro here, editor-in-chief of New York Sports Scene magazine, with your NYS TV segment right here. Cheating in Major League Baseball. Now, we all know what happened back then. Bobby Thompson off of Ralph Branca. Polo Grounds, Game 3 of the 3-game play-in. Back then, there was no playoffs. They were tied at the end of the regular season to win the pennant. They were tied 1-1 in games. Polo Grounds, Game 3, before they called it a walk-off. It was a walk-off homer. And many, many years later, after a lot of rumors, it came out in the open that, yes, there was someone in the center field clubhouse, in the Giants clubhouse, using binoculars, and Thompson knew the pitch that was coming and hit that one out. The Giants win the pennant. You know what I'm talking about. You know, it was still an amazing play, especially in New York baseball history, of course, with all three teams, because the Yankees were waiting after they won the AL pennant. So now, all of a sudden, you have the 2017 Astros with a sign-stealing scandal, and then Alex Cora, who was their bench coach, gets fired. A.J. Hinch gets fired. The GM of the Astros gets fired. Carlos Beltran steps down before ever managing a game with the New York Mets, because he was part of this whole ruse as a player on that 17 Astros team. Baseball wants to investigate this. Advice to MLB: don't open this can of worms, because if you think that between 1951 and 2017 there was no cheating going on in baseball with sign stealing, especially as technology rose from binoculars to cameras being set on with monitors and garbage cans. I mean, that part of it, I don't know. They could have came up with a better way than hitting the garbage can, couldn't they? But at least it was cameras and monitors instead of binoculars through the blinds in the center field clubhouse all the way. It may as well have been in the Bronx. It was so far deep in center field and upper Manhattan at the Polo Grounds. So MLB wants to try to weed this out. Basically, it's kind of like the steroid thing. You may have nipped it in the bud now, where only some teams are going to still try it. But if you investigate and see what's been going on in the past, like, they really couldn't do it with steroids, because even if somebody spoke about it, if they piss test the guy and he's clean out, you can't punish him for something that somebody said. But with this cheating thing, they call him on the carpet. These guys say it, and there's no blood test or piss test. It's like, yeah, did you cheat? Yes. How and why? So I really think do an investigation, but do a sham investigation. Kind of make it look like you're doing it, but don't really go too crazy, because you may not like what you find on all of those rocks.